I had this habit of reading all old newspapers that my mom would use for her business. She would sell fried foods. So you wrap it in newspapers. My own habit was every time we bought a bunch, I read everything before we use them. And it was
Such
in
a
one,
nerd. I love it.
it was like my source of not necessarily fresh news, but at least it was news. And I read about this guy, John Yusufu, that he had like 9 A's in the West African standard exam, and he was like the overall best in West Africa. And that really lit a bulb in my head. I was like, oh my God, this is even possible. There's such a thing as the West African overall, whatever thing. Okay, that's what I want. And so that became some kind of obsession for me. The ripple effect was better grades in school and whatnot, and led to me even taking my West African exam a year early because I
Hmm.
just wanted to like test it out and see. So in summary, I took that exam. The results came out. Didn't necessarily get 9 A's, but I got a very good number of A's. That led classmates to tell me about this program at the Abuja embassy, where people are given the opportunity to apply to American schools. The original goal, to be honest, was go to a Nigerian school, try as much as you can to secure scholarship, because that was what the thing was in the place where I grew up. They'll talk about these guys that are like top guys in the Nigerian university who live like kings because they get these massive scholarships from like multinationals,
Mm.
fund their education. I was like, okay, that is my own route because things are not so great at home and there's no way we'll be able to afford university education. But the flip side of, I guess, it went way beyond that, beyond my own imagination, because then I heard about this program, got the opportunity to apply into American schools. And around that same time, I also applied to Nigerian schools in parallel. And that's when the bad news happened. I scored really, really well on the national jam. So I had more than enough points to get into any school in the country in engineering. Still didn't make it into ABU Zaria. It was very devastating because I'm like, well, how am I going to secure the scholarship I need now? You know? But then at that same time, I also got into MIT. So, I mean, you can imagine the relief at the time.
For
Yeah.
sure. From maybe like a, is it even $10,000 worth scholarship for ABU Zaria all 4 years to like a hundred, two
You
hundred
get,
thousand
oh
dollar
my
scholarship?
God.
Yeah, that's
It
awesome.
was insane. And I remember that feeling, 2011, the feeling of going to check the online portal for the Nigerian schools and not seeing my name on the admission list. But and then getting into MIT like a few weeks later. It was around the same month
Yeah,
also.
that's awesome.